methylation. Next, applications of microbes in production of amino acids. I think alcohol's production is complete. Amino acids. What are amino acids? Amino acids are present in proteins, Why amino acids are important? Amino acids are required for the formation of many proteins, especially in biomolecules we discussed. There are many amino acids, around 20 amino acids are found in proteins, but in that 20 amino acids, there are 10 essential amino acids. What are essential amino acids? Essential amino acids are those which cannot be synthesized by body, but they are needed for the body. So we need to provide them through diet. That kind of amino acids are called as essential amino acids. That essential amino acids are needed to the body, but production is not there. We are taking through diet. So whenever we are taking through diet, that quality or quantity of essential amino acids in the diet may be less. If we improve the quality of diet, then all essential amino acids will be coming to our body. Then the activities of all essential amino acids will be taken in our body. That is important. Especially in plant breeding, we know. In plant breeding, we discussed that by plant breeding experiments, there is formation or there is a development of new varieties of crops that will give nutritional quality, especially biofortification. Under biofortification, we discussed it. Biofortification is method of the improving nutritional quality of the foods by developing new varieties of plants, like wheat variety Atlas 66. I told you that has more protein content. Similarly, that lysine, tryptophan content were improved in some varieties of maize. Like that, some amino acids we can improve in the quality. Especially the bacteria, more number of bacteria can improve the nutritional quality of amino acids, especially glutamic acid. Glutamic acid is one, lysine is one, tryptophan is another amino acid. 3 amino acids, all 3 are essential only, even threonine. These are some essential amino acids. These amino acids can be produced by the cultivation of bacteria. By culturing the bacteria, we can produce more number of this one. Here, what are the organisms are used or produced by the culture of many bacteria, like Micrococcus. Micrococcus is a bacteria that can produce these amino acids. And another bacteria is there, Corynebacterium glutamicum. Corynebacterium, just a genus name is enough. Corynebacterium glutamicum. We can write Corynebacterium enough. And Brevibacterium is another bacteria. Brevibacterium is one. Arthobacter is one. These microorganisms we can grow in large scale to produce these essential amino acids. Essential amino acids like this, these are produced in commercial scale. That is about the production of essential amino acids. Then another production, another application of these microorganisms. That microorganisms are used to produce some bioactive molecules. Bioactive molecules are those which are used for the treatment of some diseases, or they can regulate the metabolism of some molecules. They are bioactive substances. Among them, first one, cyclosporin A. This is very, very important. Cyclosporin A. What is cyclosporin A? This cyclosporin A is also called as immunosuppressor. Immunosuppressor. This immunosuppressor is produced by a fungi. Some fungi organisms are cultivated to produce. What is that? Trichoderma polysporum or Trichoderma inflammum. Trichoderma is used, which is a species of this polysporum or Trichoderma inflammum. These organisms like a fungi are cultivated to produce cyclosporin A. What is this cyclosporin A? I will tell you, it is called as immunosuppressor. What is immunosuppressor? That suppresses the activity of cells, lymphocytes, that causes allergy. Normally, what are these functions? Normally, if we see grafting reactions, in immunology you might study. What is allergy? Okay, you can copy. What is allergy? Allergy is hypersensitivity. Hypersensitivity means the production of more number of antibodies in the body. When more number of antibodies are produced, that will cause damage of cells. Damage of own cells is called as hypersensitivity or allergy. That is caused due to excess production of antibodies by T lymphocytes. Especially if you see graft processes, grafting reaction, graft reactions. Grafting. What is grafting? A part of the body is collected from one or same, that is replaced in another person or another place of the same individual. Suppose, plastic surgery, skin from one part is removed and it is placed at another part. That is a type of grafting. Even organ transplantation techniques we are following. Organ transplantation like liver transplantation, kidney transplantation, okay, or even heart transplantation are also very developed nowadays. During the transplantation, what we need to check? The compatibility between donor and recipient. Donor is giving a graft that is received by acceptor, recipient. That compatibility of antigens, antibodies we need to check. What is that antigen, antibody? Antigen is a foreign substance that will proliferate lymphocytes to produce antibodies. Antibodies are produced in lymphocytes to act against antigens. Suppose we are doing a transplantation experiment or grafting. So we took one kidney from one person and we are implanting in another person. If the antigens, antibodies of that donor, donating kidney and recipient both are matching, no issue. If they are not matching, there may be two types of reactions. One is the antigens which are present in kidney means donor, graft, that will proliferate the lymphocytes in host body, and that antibodies will kill the tissue of the graft. So graft is rejected. Second one is the antigens present in host body, antigens that will proliferate the lymphocytes present in kidney or graft. Graft will produce antibodies that will damage the cells of host. In both cases, graft will be rejected. Graft will not be accepted. Organ transplantation is not successful. So in that case, we can use this cyclosporin A, which is immunosuppressor. What is its function? It inhibits activation of T lymphocytes. activation of T lymphocytes. T lymphocytes are activated. It inhibits activation of T lymphocytes and prevents graft rejection. And prevents rejection of grafts in transplantation. During transplantation, that graft may be rejected due to the activity of T lymphocytes. That rejection of graft can be overcome by using this. This is the use of cyclosporin A, which is being produced from Trichoderma polysporum or Trichoderma inflatum. Right? During organ transplantation, we use immunosuppressive agent. Yes, Lingeshwaran, correct only. Copy this. Tell me if it is complete. Yeah, complete. Thank you. Then, next bioactive substance. Statin. This is also very important. Statin is also very important. What is the statin? Is it visible? Yeah, visible only. Statin is a bioactive substance that is responsible for the inhibition of cholesterol synthesis. This statin, it inhibits synthesis of cholesterol. And this statin is produced by Monascus purpureus. Monascus purpureus is a fungi, or that is a kind of yeast. It is a fungi, a kind of yeast. Monascus purpureus. Monascus purpureus is producing this one. This is responsible for the inhibition of the synthesis of cholesterol. What happens if cholesterol synthesis is not inhibited? What happens if cholesterol is overproduced? If cholesterol is overproduced, that leads to hypercholesterolemia. Hypercholesterolemia. What is that hypercholesterolemia? Hypercholesterolemia is a condition where there is cholesterol levels are more than normal in blood. Due to hypercholesterolemia, there is development of another condition called as atherosclerosis. Atherosclerosis is a condition where that excess cholesterol will accumulate in inner walls of the blood vessel. Suppose this is a blood vessel. Inside this blood vessel, there is accumulation of the cholesterol. This is the width or diameter inside the blood vessel. If this atherosclerosis develops, that leads to accumulation of this cholesterol on inner walls of the blood vessel. That inner walls are attached with this means that the diameter of the blood vessel inside where blood is pumping, that is decreasing. Sometimes it may be blocked also. That may be blocked also. That condition is called as atherosclerosis, which is caused due to hypercholesterolemia. So that condition we can overcome. Okay, that can decrease blood cholesterol level by inhibiting an enzyme that is responsible for cholesterol synthesis, named by inhibiting HMG-CoA. HMG-CoA reductase is an enzyme which is a regulatory enzyme involving in cholesterol synthesis. In cholesterol biosynthesis, there is involvement of many regulatory enzymes. Among them, this HMG-CoA is very important enzyme. That HMG-CoA enzyme is HMG-CoA reductase is inhibited by the statin. If HMG-CoA reductase is inhibited by statin, there is no more production of cholesterol, so blood cholesterol levels will be decreased or controlled. This is the activity of statin. Then, total microbial products what are producing? Total microbial products what we discussed till now. First, dairy products like curd, milk, yogurt, buttermilk, cheese, duff, even toddy, some other foods, beverages, organic acids, enzymes, vitamins, alcohols, hormones, like that, amino acids. Many we discussed. Among them, these microbial products are divided into two types based on their activity. One is primary products or primary microbial products. What are these primary microbial products? Primary microbial products are produced by microorganisms and that is again used by the same microbe for its activity. Produced and used by microbe for their activity. One microorganism, whether it is a bacteria or fungi, whatever it is, that is producing a product, again that is reused for its activity. They are called as primary metabolic products. Primary metabolic products include enzymes, vitamins, amino acids, enzymes, vitamins, amino acids, like this. And second one is secondary metabolic products. Okay. Wait. A call came, that was disturbance. Is it clear? No. Wait 1 second, please. Not much clear. Secondary microbial products are those which are produced by microorganisms, but that microorganisms are not using same product for their activity. They are called as secondary microbial products. These secondary microbial products include antibiotics, alcohols, organic acids, etc. Primary microbial products means one microorganism is producing that product, same microorganism is not using that is not using that product for their activity. Okay. HMG means what, sir? HMG koye enough. HMG stands for hydroxymethyl glutarallyl coenzyme A. Beta hydroxy beta methyl glutarallyl coenzyme A. It is its full name. No need, just to write HMG koye reductase. Enough. Right? Is it complete? Yes. Then we go for another topic. Microbes in sewage treatment. Application of microorganisms in the treatment of sewage water. What is the sewage water? Sewage water, drainage water. Here, the municipal water which is releasing from industries or which is releasing from the household work, that is what drainage or sewage water or municipal drainage. That municipal drainage, if it is releasing from industries that has more pollutants, at the same time, if it is releasing from household works or from houses, it is releasing that has more amount of human excreta. That human excreta are present, or the organic compounds which are present in the water are major pollutants. If there is presence of more organic matter, then the water is said to be more polluted. That polluted water we can purify. We can treat that water before releasing into water bodies. Suppose a sewage treatment plant is there. By the sewage treatment plant, we can remove that organic waste or whatever the floating material like plastics or any solid materials like pebbles, something are there. All that we can remove from that water, and that can be released into water bodies like rivers, tanks, or whatever it is like. Why we need to purify or treat that water means, if that water, drainage water or sewage water, if it is released directly into water bodies, that causes pollution of the main water body. Suppose in Trichy, Kaveri river is there, more water is there now in Kaveri due to rain. Say, if the water which is releasing from the drainage, municipal drainage of total Kaveri, if it is released into Kaveri water directly, then the water of Kaveri will get polluted. Then if it is polluted, water living animals like fishes or any other thing, they cannot grow. Even plants also which are living in water, they cannot grow. That causes water pollution. So, by using sewage treatment plants, we can purify that water. Even for drinking also, we can purify the water. But for drinking, it needs some more additional steps. But for the removal of the waste or organic matter present in water, we need to follow 2 steps. That we will see. See here, large quantity of water, wastewater are generated. Large quantity of wastewater are generated daily. Daily we are using water, and that wastewater we are generating daily, every day, especially particularly where more human beings are living, like towns and cities. In towns and cities, there is generation of more wastewater. Wastewater means used water with some other organic matter or excreta like that. Especially major composition of this wastewater is human excreta. Major part of wastewater is human excreta. Human excreta is present as a major part in the polluted water. So if human excreta is present in more water, I mean human excreta is present more in water, that is not useful, that is polluting materials are present, we can say. This municipal water which is releasing, that we can say sewage. Municipal waste water is called sewage water. That sewage water is to be treated before releasing into water bodies to decrease the pollution of that sewage. Okay. Sewage contains more number of organic matter, more amount of organic matter. Sewage contains more organic matter. Organic matter is normally present in human excreta, in the form of human excreta, that is dissolved in sewage, and organic matter is more. And some bacteria may also present in this sewage. Bacteria like heterotrophic, autotrophic bacteria may also there, but majorly there is presence of heterotrophic bacteria like Streptococcus, Lactobacillus, Streptococcus, Lactobacillus, even Streptococcus coliformis, Streptococcus lactis, Streptococcus clostridia, Streptococcus clostridia, Streptococcus coliformis. Like this, there is presence of some bacteria. Sewage contains more organic matter. Along with that, there is presence of some microorganisms or bacteria in this sewage, like Streptococcus, Lactobacillus, Streptococcus clostridia, Streptococcus coliformis. Like that, there is presence of this organic matter. Here, among us, not only this there is presence, but many microbes like this bacteria are pathogenic, that can cause diseases. Many bacteria are pathogenic. If sewage is released into water bodies directly, it causes pollution of water. If the sewage water is directly released into water bodies like rivers, lakes, tanks, whatever it is, then there is a pollution of the water of that river or lake or tank. That water bodies will get polluted. So that before dispersal of the sewage into water bodies, the sewage should be treated in sewage treatment plants. No doubt. Completed. Yes, very good. One thing I can say, next week, this week, I mean day after tomorrow, we have WPT. Yeah, today we have 2 classes. This week, Monday, we have WPT. Next week, we may have CPT. For that CPT, I will give question paper from plant breeding and this microbes in human welfare full chapter. Microbes in human welfare full chapter and plant breeding will be the portion for coming CPT. Okay? Right. Then water or sewage water. Sewage water should be treated in STPs. STPs before dispersal into water body. Before the dispersal of this wastewater or sewage water into the main water bodies like river, this sewage water should be treated in STP. What is STP? STP stands for sewage treatment plant, which is also called as wastewater treatment plant. Municipality water is released as sewage. Yes, municipality wastewater only we are calling sewage. That sewage treatment plant is also called as wastewater treatment plant. Here to decrease the pollutants. Once that sewage water is treated in this sewage treatment plant, then the polluting material is decreased. Then the water sewage is brought to less polluting. Less pollution will be there with the help of that water. Okay. Especially what we are doing here is sewage is treated with a class of bacteria called heterotrophic bacteria. Very important point. Sewage is treated with heterotrophic bacteria. Heterotrophic bacteria which is growing on organic matter. They are not preparing their own food. They will consume from external source. By growing that heterotrophic bacteria, we can grow. Where that heterotrophic bacteria which is present naturally in sewage. This heterotrophic bacteria is present naturally in sewage. I told you what are the bacteria present in that sewage: lactobacillus and streptococcus, lactobacillus. Like that, there is presence of some members of bacteria. That microorganisms are cultivated. In sewage itself, there is presence of some bacteria. That bacteria are cultivated. If we cultivate or grow that bacteria which is present in sewage, the bacteria which is present in sewage itself will decrease the organic matter or pollutant present in the wastewater. That is the process here. Okay. Here there are two stages of sewage treatment. Sewage treatment has two steps. One is primary treatment. Primary treatment is there, which is also called as physical treatment or physical removal of waste. Primary treatment, which is also called as a physical treatment. Secondary treatment is there, which is called biological treatment. These are two important steps of treatment of sewage. Secondary treatment is also called as biological treatment. This primary treatment is called as a physical treatment. Simply I will tell you what is that, then we'll go. See here, primary treatment is physical treatment where physical processes are applied. Physical process like filtration of water, sedimentation of water solids, like that we are doing here. That is a physical treatment. Second one is secondary treatment. That is what? Biological treatment, where we are growing microorganism. By growing that microorganism, we can decrease the organic matter or waste present in the water. See first one. Primary treatment. Primary treatment, what I told you, primary treatment is physical removal of particles. It is physical removal of particles. That particles means either small particles or large particles. They can be removed by physical process like filtration and sedimentation. By filtration or sedimentation processes, the physical matter or the particles which are present in water, they are removed by this one. See that physical removal, filtration is one stage, second one is sedimentation. First one, what we are doing is, I will keep this point, you can copy. Any floating material is there on water. Floating material means like paper or plastic, like that. That floating material is removed. Floating material, that floating material which is undissolved in water, that is called as a debris. Floating debris is removed by filtration. First filtration is done. With the help of filtration, any floating debris. Floating debris means which is undissolved materials which are floating on water surface. Like what paper or any plastics are there, they can be removed. Why people are leaving and joining? Hey, Jaish Muhammad. Okay, that is the first step. Then second step, any grit means large or small particles, whatever it is, that is not floating with on deep water, that can sediment. The grit means soil particles or pebbles. Pebbles means small rocks. That grit can be removed. By sedimentation. Sedimentation is a process where the water, after removal of debris, floating debris, the water is allowed to settle for some time. It is passed into large tanks. See, first what we did first physical removal of the floating debris. Floating debris means any any paper or plastic materials are there, they are removed from the water. That is the first step, that is filtration. Once the filtration is done, that the paper, plastics and everything that is removed, even cloth, anything floating material is there, that is removed. After that, the water is passed into a large tank. In that tank, water is stored for some time. Water is stored. Without passing, water is kept there stationary, no movement of water. When water is kept for some time there, what will happen? All the soil particles will come down. Even pebbles means small stones or rocks, whatever it is, they will also come down. So that is what sedimentation. Sedimentation means, hey, Jaish Muhammad, once if you are continuing like this, leaving the meeting, rejoining the meeting, then I will keep you in waiting room. Now I will lock the meeting, no one can join them. Remember, many times I am saying, okay, 1 or 2 times means we can consider network problem or any other issue is there. Why are you repeating same time? Debris means, Ashwin, debris. What is debris? A floating material present in water is debris. Many times I repeated. Debris means a floating material like paper or plastic. Then sedimentation is done. What is sedimentation? Physical removal of debris by filtration, that is kept in a large tank. When it is kept in large tank, soil particles and pebbles, they will come down. They will settle down. That settling down is what? Sedimentation. Once sedimentation is done, then the upper part of water will be there without any physical material. Physical means large molecules which we cannot filter, which we cannot sediment. Pure water is not pure water. Water is there. That water is called effluent. After physical removal or physical treatment, upper part of water is called effluent, and at the bottom sedimentation is done, na? That sedimented material is called sludge. Sedimented part is called sludge. Especially here, this is primary sludge because it is produced during primary treatment step. As it is produced during primary treatment, it is called as a primary sludge. Upper part of the water is called effluent. So that it is said to be primary treatment is done. So what is primary treatment? All the floating material is removed by filtration, or any solid like a soil particle, pebble, any solid that can be removed by sedimentation. Okay, these two steps are called as what? Primary treatment. Then secondary treatment. This secondary treatment is also called what? Biological treatment. It is also called biological treatment. Here I told you that anaerobic bacteria are responsible for decreasing the polluting material present in the sewage. The polluting material present in the sewage can be decreased or removed with the help of anaerobic bacteria. Here anaerobic bacteria are grown in secondary treatment. Here by growing that anaerobic bacteria, we can decrease the organic matter or the pollutant present in the water. That removal of pollutant present in the water is called secondary treatment. Secondary treatment is removal of the organic matter present here. Okay. Who is this? Right. See now that secondary treatment. In secondary treatment, what we are doing is the effluent which is coming from primary treatment is then passed into large aeration tanks. The water which is coming here is then passed into large aeration tanks to supply oxygen to the effluent. Effluent is nothing but water is there. Then water is added with more amount of oxygen. That's all. Okay. It is passed into aeration tank. Aeration tank means where more oxygen is available, and it is thoroughly mixed or agitated with oxygen. In aeration tank, oxygen is there. To that oxygen, this water which is coming from primary treatment or effluent water is added to that aeration tank, and it is mixed with oxygen. What happens when it is mixed with oxygen? Oxygen will dissolve in the water. As oxygen is available now, that heterotrophic bacteria which is present in wastewater will grow now. By taking oxygen, that oxygen allows rapid growth of bacteria. What is the bacteria present in sewage? I told you there is heterotrophic bacteria. I told you this is causing growth of bacteria. Heterotrophic bacteria, especially aerobic bacteria. Aerobic means that can utilize the growth of for the growth of that bacteria, they can utilize oxygen, which can grow in the presence of oxygen. They are called as aerobic. That aerobic bacteria will be grown now. Useful aerobic bacteria. Useful aerobic bacteria. This growth of useful aerobic bacteria will form colonies of that bacteria. That forms colonies. That colonies are called flocs. Flocs. Flocs are colonies, mosses, moss of bacteria. Mosses means more amount of bacteria. Bacteria are produced in large number as colonies. That large number of bacteria produced in colonies is called as a floc. Bacterial flocs are produced by taking the oxygen present in the aeration tank. Okay. Now, these microbes are growing now. As that microbe flocs or bacteria are growing, the bacteria, here not only bacteria, even some fungi may also grow. Bacteria in association with fungi will also grow. Here bacteria growing in flocs will consume organic matter in water. See, first water is filtered and sedimentation, then it is mixed with oxygen. When it is mixed with oxygen, that availability of oxygen will cause the growth of that aerobic bacteria. That aerobic bacteria will form into moss or large number colonies. That colonies have high number of bacteria. While they are growing into colonies, they will consume the organic matter present in the bacteria. They will consume the organic matter which is present in water. Water has organic matter, I told you. Organic matter is coming from human excreta. That organic matter is consumed by the bacterial floc. If bacteria are consuming the organic matter, then pollutants will decrease. That is the point here. Okay. Organic matter in the effluent. Organic matter is decreased. Organic matter content is decreased and reduces BOD of water. Water BOD is reduced. See what is BOD now? More BOD means water is more polluted. Less BOD means water is less polluted. BOD stands for biochemical oxygen demand. Biochemical oxygen demand. Biochemical oxygen demand means amount of oxygen required to fully consume the organic matter present in the 1 liter of bacteria by the 1 liter of water by the bacteria. If you take 1 liter of sewage water, that 1 liter of sewage water has amount of organic matter. To completely break that organic matter is fully broken down means water is pure. Organic matter is present in water means water is polluted. That organic matter will be fully removed. For removal of that organic matter fully in 1 liter of water by the bacteria is called as BOD, oxygen required. Amount of oxygen required to fully remove the organic matter present in 1 liter of water by the aerobic bacteria. That is called BOD. Note down that point. BOD stands for O2 or amount of O2 needed to fully to break organic matter fully in 1 liter of water by aerobic bacteria. Aerobic bacteria, when aerobic bacteria is growing, it is forming flax. When there is formation of flax, that aerobic bacteria will consume the organic matter for the growth of the bacteria. Aerobic bacteria is growing in presence of oxygen means it is for growth it needs some food. That food is taking from the wastewater. In that wastewater organic matter is there na? That organic matter is taken by the bacteria for the growth of this bacteria. During the growth of this bacteria, organic matter is consumed. So bacteria is fully grown means organic matter is fully removed from the water. Organic matter is removed from the water means water is purified. Organic matter is decreased means BOD will be decreased. See here, oxygen needed to remove organic matter fully in 1 liter of water. If you take 1 liter of water, in that 1 liter of water there is presence of some organic matter. To break that organic matter or fully remove the organic matter by the bacteria, bacteria are growing. For the growth of bacteria there is requirement of oxygen. How much oxygen is required for the growth of bacteria and to remove the organic matter in 1 liter of water? That is called what? Biochemical oxygen demand. More BOD means water is more polluted. How? More BOD is there means oxygen is required to break the organic matter. More oxygen is required means organic matter is more means water is more polluted. Note that point. More BOD means water or more BOD or high BOD. Water is more polluted. If BOD is less, water is less polluted. If water has more biological oxygen demand, then it is said to be more water. I will give break, don't worry. Whatever the time you need, that I will give break. Because the next period is also botany only. I will give break, don't worry. So high BOD means water is more polluted, less BOD means water is less polluted. Like that we can say. Okay. Will you take a break now itself? BOD, then even 10 minutes this topic will not complete.